My humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our most beloved Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. I am D. VISHNU VARDHAN RAO from Nagar, Hyderabad, Telangana. I would like to share my thoughts and feelings of my life went with Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. It is almost close to 50 years now, and it was a wonderful journey I traveled with Bhagwan's directions and following Bhagwan's teachings to the greater extent. It was a beautiful journey which Bhagwan has blessed me, and I feel myself very much fortunate and blessed to have this wonderful life which Bhagwan, I feel, has designed and directed my every moment of my life. Starting with my early childhood, I am really fortunate to have been born with a very pious, orthodox and traditional family where my parents are ardent devotees of Bhagwan. More particularly, my mother has received a beautiful picture of Bhagwan when I was 4 years old, that is close to 1961. When I was 4 years old, my mother has gone to Puttaparthi along with his brother and family, and Bhagwan has blessed her with a photo and talked to her, gave interview to her. And earlier to that even, my father's mother, that is my grandmother, used to stay in Puttaparthi. She used to have a small room, and Bhagwan used to visit their rooms and test the dishes they make and make some beautiful comments. And popularly, even Swami has named her as Palamuru Kistamma, which is a very popular name which was given by Bhagwan. And she spent her last life in Puttaparthi and met at the divine lotus feet of Bhagwan. And as I grew up in the very pious atmosphere, we were actually doing bhajans when I was even at 7th class, because my father is a Rama Upasaka. He used to do Ramataraka, Astakshi Mahamantra, and by that he used to get the Rama Darshan, Lord Rama's Darshan, and later years he had Darshan of Bhagwan Baba in his dreams, and he also visited many times Puttaparthi, had physical Darshan of Bhagwan. Since the climate and atmosphere was very pious for me in the home, I grew up very beautifully, and as my education went away very nicely with the help of my parents as well as my uncles, and during my early days, like when I was doing my graduation BSc in Mahbubnagar district, there was a great opportunity to undergo Sevadal training in Kolhapur, organized by Sri Sathya Sai Seva organization in Mahbubnagar district under the guidance of the state organization headed by late most respected Sri B.V. Ramana Rao Garu. And that training gave me a new direction in my life, and the training was actually 7 days training spanning the subjects of yoga and then spirituality, service, and then Grama Seva, Bala Vikas, and other similar subjects. And it is again the blessings of Bhagwan and grace of Bhagwan that I scored 40 marks out of 40 marks in spirituality when they conducted the examination after the training. I received 3 books as a first prize from the hands of Sri B.V. Ramana Rao Garu. After this, my most memorable day in my life, which is treasured in my mind in my life, is 1979, when I had physical darshan of our Lord Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba in Shivam temple, which is a very memorable and which is a remarkable, and always I cherish the moments still very fresh in my mind, when there was a heavy rush and lot of public were there, and Swami was in a very, very young age that time, and Shivam was totally packed with public. Even the road leading to Swami University and that road was closed because the public rush was too much. And I was seated among the devotees like any other devotee, any other Sevadal. I was not even a Sevadal at that time, but I have already undergone the Sevadal training. I was privileged that I belong to Bhagwan. And that moment in 1979 April, when the Shivam was totally packed, Swami was walking among the devotees, giving darshan, taking letters, talking to the people, and somehow it was so packed. And Bhagwan, when he was walking, his right hand leg has fallen or has come on my the thigh portion, and Swami leg came on my thigh portion, and he was actually, it was something like a very smooth pressing, and then Swami walked further, giving the darshan to the devotees. I didn't know the importance of that actually. Normal darshan I had, but particularly the Swami's, the divine padam, the divine foot has come on my thigh. I didn't know the importance or the significance of that. But later on, the senior devotees have told me that I am the most fortunate devotee, that Bhagwan has blessed you, and maybe it's a result of your good karmas in your previous birth. That's what I was told. I was just a small enough, like I was only 29 years old that time. I finished my MSc that time, and that was a remarkable like event, or a very most memorable day in my life, when Bhagwan's darshan and sparshan, and also the way the sparshan has taken place, I really cherish. I remember that day as a most precious day in my life. Then later on, I finished my MSc and MPhil from Central University of Hyderabad. Then I joined Oil and Natural Gas Corporation as a classman officer. It was recruited in New Delhi, and then I was posted to Assam. Later in Assam, I had some very good incidents with the devotees there, and I was like, I was in a Swami's fold, since my parents are devotees, and I used to like satsangs and attending bhajans. But one remarkable thing in Assam is I was not a singer actually, and I was staying in a devotees hotel. One Mr. Anandan from Kerala. Later on, he came to know that I am a devotee of Bhagwan Baba, and he invited me for bhajan. And Vibhuti was falling in his house in the top floor, and I was blessed to receive the Vibhuti coming from Swami's photo. And Mr. Anandan insisted that I should sing bhajans. Actually, I was so shy and I was not knowing any bhajans. I was not a singer at all. But Mr. Anandan has insisted that I should sing bhajans and I should learn bhajans. And with the help of Mr. Anandan, with some difficulty, I started my first bhajan, Nandalala Navanita Chora Natavaralala Gopala. This was my first bhajan in 1983. I sang in Jorhat, Assam, with Mr. Anandan helping in his like in their bhajan hall, and thereafter Mr. Anandan and the devotees there have encouraged me to learn more and more bhajans. And today, really, it's blessings of Bhagwan that someone has initiated a good thing in life, because bhajan connects always to the Bhagwan. And I started singing wherever I go, wherever I go to any mandir. It is again blessings of Bhagwan. Now I learned a lot of bhajans, and I sing regularly in my Samiti in Sarvanagar, Hyderabad also. So that's a very great event, like a life changing, where I have become if not a very lead singer, but somewhat reasonably a good singer. Thanks to Mr. Anandan, and thanks to Bhagwan for giving me such an opportunity. The later on, the life moved as it goes. Like I was opting a 14 days on and off system for the Oil and Gas National Commission. So I was doing 2 weeks of duty in Assam, and I was flying back to Calcutta by flight, and then coming to my native place. That time it was Kolhapur in Eastwell Mahuna district, where my parents were there, and my two sisters and my younger brother was there. My elder brother was working in Dhanbad in coal complex, and so that was a very small family, very traditional, very orthodox, very simple family. So to look after my parents and to look after my sisters and my brother, younger brother, I opted this 2 weeks on and 2 weeks off, so that I could spend say about 12 days in Kolhapur with my parents. And there one more event or one more turning point has come to me, that devotees have put a lot of faith and trust in my family. And again, with the grace of our beloved Bhagwan, I was made the convener of Sathya Sai Seva Samiti Kolhapur. That is again a remarkable, very great achievement in my life, leading the Samiti somewhere in, it was in 19, something like 84, something like 84, 85, okay. Before my marriage, I could become Samiti convener. That is again blessings of Bhagwan. Bhagwan has chosen me to lead Sathya Sai Seva Samiti Kolhapur. And in Kolhapur, when I was a convener, Mr. Anil Kumar, Professor Anil Kumar was the state president that time. And with again blessings of Bhagwan, with the courage and encouragement given by Swami, the Samiti was led in a very, very suitable way. And all the devotees, Sevadal were doing excellent job. And that time actually the, what you call, the brain, what you call, the hemorrhage, one type of disease was spreading in the state of Andhra Pradesh and in my area also. And one homeopathic medicine called belladonna, which was very famous, suggested by the government of India, government of Andhra Pradesh, that was to be distributed among the villagers. And so we had to climb mountains, go to the very remote localities, because I was young, I was not married, and had a good team of the Seva, both ladies and gents. We distributed a lot of belladonna. Most of the 100, 200 villages we traveled, because that time there was no transport, no vehicles, no cars. We used to go by walk only. So that was a great, a wonderful events, I could say. Bhagwan has given a great Seva opportunity to serve the people in that way. And then later on, as a convener of Seva Samiti, we did one yajnam in local Madhav Swami temple, where more than 1,000 people were assembled, and we did the yajnam, and the entire town has just moved, and we did Narayan Seva after the yajnam. It was a very wonderful event, that was in 1985. And then prior to that, some events happened which I would like to share with my fellow devotees and fellow Sevadal members. Regarding my marriage, there is a very beautiful miracle which I always think how Swami designs an individual life, a devotee's life. See, I didn't see the Puttaparthi till 1982. I had first darshan in 1979 in Shivam, but I did not go to Puttaparthi till 1982. In 1981, one family, that is my wife's family, they went to Puttaparthi. They were very old devotees. 1953 onward, they were going to Swami, like my elder maternal father-in-law, that is my wife's father only. So their family were very much attached to Bhagwan since 1953, and so they were asking everything Swami only, right from house construction, the children's namakaranam, everything they used to go to Puttaparthi and ask. Like that, at one event, what happened, say how Swami's miracle, how Swami desires the things, When the interview was given to my wife's mother and brother, his name is Dr. Ramesh, they went inside the interview room. Mother wanted to ask about the son's Upanayanam, that is the thread ceremony, that is Dr. Ramesh Upanayanam. But miraculously, what Swami asked that lady, that is my wife's mother, don't you do your daughter's marriage? That is the younger daughter. My wife is a younger daughter to them. And then they were surprised. They went for Upanayanam of Dr. Ramesh, the eldest son of that family. But Swami reminded that, don't you do your daughter's marriage? Then my mother-in-law, that is my wife's mother, said, Swami, there are two matches, so whom to approach? Because my husband has got 4 sisters, but 2 sisters' sons are very much suitable for my daughter. So we are in confusion to whom to approach. Then Swami said, very miraculously, see the grace and blessings of Bhagwan. I didn't go to Puttaparthi, I have not seen Puttaparthi, but Swami thought of me. That is a great feeling that I always remember. What Swami said, every year you are doing Vratam, you please do Vratam, the boy will come to your home. So that is an indication Swami gave. And that is the boy, is none other than me only. So that is the greatest feeling I always remember. I feel my nose and everything, like goosebumps, with Swami thought of me, even I didn't go to Puttaparthi. That is the biggest miracle. Then Swami said, you are doing Vratam every year. So you do Vratam, the boy will come to your home and you decide that is the boy for your daughter. So as usual, they did Vratam, and somehow it was that I never went to my father-in-law's hometown because I was a bit shy guy, and my father-in-law's all my maternal uncles were very strict, very disciplined, and you can say very what you call noble people, and we had a great respect for my uncles. But so we at the same time we were also afraid of their discipline and systematic life. But my mother insisted, son, let us go to Vratam, being done by like my mother's brother's family. I said, no, mother, I will not come, so I feel a bit shy. All ladies will be there because I just finished my MS at that time actually. It was at 81, 82 actually. And then my mother said, no, no, let us go, just you spend few hours and then come back. So we were staying in Kolhapur, and the Ketepalli, the village is about 23 kilometers, my father-in-law's place, my wife's place. So with my mother accompanying, I went to Puratam. So my wife's family, that is their mother and father, they thought, this is the boy who attended the Vratam, so he is going to be the fixed, the son-in-law or the husband for their daughter, second daughter. So this is one of the most miraculous way Swami thought of me when I didn't see even Puttaparthi. In the interview room, Swami took my wife name and like my reference and my reference. Both were not in the interview. Only my mother-in-law was there and my brother-in-law, that Dr. Ramesh, was there. But I was not there in the interview room. My wife, would-be wife, was not there. But Swami said, don't you do your daughter's marriage? Then when she questioned who is the boy, then Swami clarified, you do Ratam, boy will come to you. See how nicely to listen this when both, like I didn't see the Puttaparthi and my wife was not there in the interview, but Swami pointed out both of us. This feeling, really one miracle is enough for me. I think Swami remembered me, Swami spotted me, even I didn't see him in Puttaparthi. So this event I always want to share with my fellow devotees, how Swami blesses his devotees, and I am really fortunate. Maybe I don't know, not sure whether I did what type of karmas I did in my previous births, but I feel that Swami's thought came on me and my would-be wife, and in that interview he took both of reference, and that is a miraculous. Later on we waited for 3 years for Mangala Sutram. And Swami said, you are the oldest devotees, just carry out the marriage and my blessings are always there. Anandamga cheskondi, that's what he said in Telugu. Na Ashirvadam eppudu untundi, what he said in Telugu. So we waited for 3 years, and then in 1985, I told my father-in-law and his family, let us do the marriage in Puttaparthi only. So again, that is a blessings of Bhagwan in the auspicious the Vaikuntham or the Kali Yuga Vaikuntham of this thing Puttaparthi, where Bhagwan has taken the birth. The most auspicious place on the earth is Puttaparthi, Prashantil name. So I got married in Puttaparthi, Prashantil name, and with my most beloved wife, and both the families were very happy. And Swami took our wedding cards on that day, that is 1985, December 6th, we got married in Puttaparthi, and Swami blessed both of us. And then later on we followed. Swami has gone to Bangalore on the same day, 7th December I remember. So we got married on 6th December 1985. The marriage was very perfect. The two Brahmins, very young Brahmins, came from Karnataka, and such a powerful mantras and this thing. Really we were fortunate to have such a very Vedic scholars to do the marriage, and it was very auspicious marriage in Puttaparthi, and we got married. And then later on we went to Bangalore, the ashram, Wakefield ashram, and Swami again has graciously blessed me and wife, both ladies side and gent side. We got Padanamaskaram and blessings from Bhagwan. So we thought it is a divine sankalpa that we get married, and we got them. And like that, it was a memorable journey. The life journey started with the divine blessings, and like that, we could get the Bhagwan's blessings in a multiple ways. We are always fortunate, and we always owe a lot to our beloved Bhagwan. As I move into the organization more and more with the blessings of Bhagwan, the Prashantilayam services played a very key role in my life. As a Samiti convener, we used to take about 60 people in a bus to November birthday celebrations. And when Swami was there physically, we all know that Prashantilayam was packed during birthday celebrations. And I was fortunate to lead a section of good people in security office and other places during 60th birthday and like 65th, 70th, 75th. So a remarkable thing what I learned in the Prashantilayam services, it has become a part and parcel of my life. Whenever there is a seva in April and November, I always make it a point to visit and participate in seva. I was working in Oil and Natural Gas Corporation in Bombay, and I pleaded I used to put my application to the seniors, and they were also very considerative in giving the leaves for me during April and November. And this Prashantilayam services has given a greater scope for understanding the management of security services, general services, hospital services, canteen services, like a total an understanding and hold of this particular divine services. And it was the seniors have taught me how to make the postings in security aspects. I was security in charge in security office during Mr. Premamurti as a chief security officer, and the present Shanti Bhavan was not there that time. We were having a small room in place of Shanti Bhavan. So there, the security officer was there, and Ramurthy was the chief security officer, and I was leading a contingent of Seva Dal and looking after the security aspects. And apart from that, the management of Seva Dal I could pick up in Prashantilayam, like how to give postings for 1,000 people at a time, 600 people at a time. So that man management has given a great scope for me to enlarge, to enhance my knowledge about Prashantilayam services. And during the services, learn many things with the seniors and learn many how to deal with the people, how to deal with the situations. We used to carry the dead bodies actually. I was very young that time. I used to carry the dead bodies to Chitravati and also the patient's hospital and also other allied services apart from security. And during the birthday celebrations, it was totally packed situations in Sai Kulwant Hall and other areas, and where really it was a scene to see and participate and do our service. So the Prashantilayam services continuously I did more than 20 years I remember, and I was never absent for April services and November services. One remarkable thing I would like to share with my fellow devotees and Sevadal and other people, that during April, Swami used to be in Kodaikanal or in Bangalore. And after our services, I used to represent Zone 11, that is Mahabubnagar, Medak and Rangareddy. And with this, Zone 1 was to be clubbed. They used to club Zone 1 and Zone 11. Zone 1 was Vishakhapatnam, Vijayanagaram, Srikakulam, and that was headed by one Mr. Paparao, very elderly gentleman, very knowledgeable person. And I was representing Zone 11, and we, both the zones, used to do April services. And after the services, we used to go to Bangalore for Swami's darshan, and Swami used to bless us, Swami used to talk to us, Swami used to take our reports. I used to sit in the front with Mr. Paparao representing the Zone 11. And it was one remarkable event I would like to share here, that once what happened, Swami was at Kodaikanal, and that was Ugadi time. And after the services, we spoke to Tamil Nadu Sevadal. We arranged about 11 buses with all the Sevadal of the Zone 11 and Zone 1. We all travelled to Kodaikanal. And there, Swami knows that the Sevadal are coming for Puttavati. arranged a very delicious meal for us. And fortunately, my family, my two daughters also were there with me. My wife also was there. And it was a very beautiful scene to see. I was sitting inside the hall, and the people with kids, like my wife and children, were sitting in the outside veranda for meals. And it was a very wonderful blessing for me. Swami was standing beside me when the food was served, and Swami tested the food in my plate, saying that it is not cooked properly. He was telling in Tamil to the Samithyaval, and we were chanting Brahmarpanam. I was seeing Baba physically, and he was standing, his robe was touching my clothes, and chanting Brahmarpanam. We had a very wonderful, delicious meal. Seeing Bhagwan standing in front, like in besides me, it was really, I felt it was a very great blessing for me. And outside, when my children, two daughters and my wife were having lunch, Swami came to them and said, పిల్లలకు స్వీట్ పెట్టలేదే ఇంకా. That's what my both the daughters Swami pointed out, and saying that bring the sweet to them. And two times he said, so like that, we were in the thoughts of Bhagwan, in the relief, like in the mind of Bhagwan, that we were there. We felt very much blessed. Swami has given so much to us. So that was a wonderful trip to Kodaikanal. We had a wonderful darshan, blessings, and delicious food. So always I remember and cherish these beautiful moments whenever I sit alone and see how Bhagwan has blessed me and my family. So this was a very remarkable. Then as I moved to Hyderabad, I was nominated as a state coordinator for East Valley, Andhra Pradesh, and I travelled in the state of Andhra Pradesh almost 3 times with the then state president, Mr. Chalam. We travelled almost from Sullurpet to Ichapuram, Palasa, all over the Andhra Pradesh. We touched many of the 90% of some of these I touched, I travelled. And one more remarkable thing, what Swami has blessed me, as a state faculty, I travelled along with the state president and state coordinators, and then I developed the training aspects. I brought a lot of books I used to read. Sathya Sai speaks, and write my own notes, which are useful for training, for Sevadar trainings. So I don't remember how many meetings I participated, how many platforms I spoke on PS training, ASM we used to call it, that is Active Sevadar member. ASM was a very familiar name in that time. So I spoke on many occasions at several places on the training camps. I developed the notes, and Swami has blessed me to speak to hundreds of Sevadars and thereby do the Prashantalayam services in a better way while interacting with the people. So that has become a part of my life actually. Prashantalayam services, training camps, traveling across the state of Andhra Pradesh. So that was the life when I was a state coordinator. I really enjoyed Bhagwan's love and his presence in my life. He was actually, I felt Bhagwan is moving with me. He was guiding me. He was holding my hand and taking every place. Wherever I go, wherever I visit, that was a wonderful love of the Sevadar people I enjoyed across the state of Andhra Pradesh. At several places, beautiful people, beautiful events, beautiful training camps. Later on, what happened, I then, with the blessings of again our most beloved Bhagwan, I was moved to by the elders to the national team when V. Srinivasan was the All India President. Then it was a big responsibility, and I was inducted into IT and communications. And during V. Srinivasan time, he used to encourage me very much. We had our first meeting in Sundaram in Chennai with the core team members, and then we had a national IT meet in Hyderabad in Ishwaramba Seva Sadan, where all over the India people came. I was one of the key persons in handling and holding that meetings. Later on, I was made the in charge of the national website, and I held it for almost 8 years. The national website, I was the in charge, I was the administrator for that. During my time with my team, we put about 10,000 activities in the national website. That was a very remarkable website, and shared across the globe, and many people used to visit and enjoy the All India President circulars, activity reports, and then Swachhata reports, then giving and forgiving. After this, Nimish Pandyaji came as the All India President. Again, I was inducted into Nimish Pandya's AAP's team. and I am still continuing as a member of the national team with All India President. And then during VISHNU VARDHAN time, one remarkable thing I could enjoy with the help of All India President. From India, I published about 25 major projects of India into international website, that is Sai Love in Action, which was then with the international organization. I was given the credentials to log in to do the administrative. So with the permission and guidance of All India President then, Mr. V. Srinivasan, I have published 25 permanent projects of India into the international website, and that was viewed by hundreds, thousands of people. And that I feel that Swami has blessed me with a rare opportunity to select such 25 rare projects, permanent projects, and to publish in the international organization. I felt always blessed that how Swami has given so much of opportunities, seva opportunities, always owe a lot to our beloved Bhagwan. Then later on, after the All India President team, then I extended my time to to other services in the All India organization. Then I started very recently in 3 years time, like I started participating in the hospital services. Our Swami gigantic projects, Puttaparthi and Bangalore Whitefield Hospital, Prashantigram PG Hospital, a system has been introduced to streamline the patient's inflow into the hospital. Earlier, people used to wait at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in front of the hospital to get their turn. But now that system has been scrapped, a new system has been introduced with a All India helpline, and I take calls on an average, say about 200 calls per month I handle. I help the patients to give the appointments. So I am also active in the hospital help desk services. And then apart from that, since three years, I have also been participating in Sri Sathya Sai Vidyavahini, which is directly under the Sai Central Trust. I am a mentor for English speaking teachers and prosperous competitive examination candidates. I teach English in the English Mission program. That's a structured program through the Phone Your Friend program as well as Sign In app system. In both the things, I am blessed to participate actively. Right now, I have got 9 mentees where I am supervising them for the English language, and they are all doing well. Like that, I spend my time in Sathya Sai Vidyavahini and Sri Sathya Sai Hospitals, Prashantilayam and Whitefield. And then apart from them, 2 years ago, All India President Mr. Nimish Pandey has initiated one more activity like Vahini Sudhamrita, which already I was involved since 2019. The Vahinis, the 15 voices which Bhagwan has written, we are spreading throughout the India and other countries also. We select about 6 languages and 1 regional languages, Telugu, English and Tamil, and 6 languages including Marathi and then Hindi, and then Kannada also we included. So 6 languages we are doing the Vahini chapter-wise postings across India and other places. Apart from that, officially a structured program has been designed by national team, that is Vahini Sudhamrita, a certificate program, where I am really thankful to our All India President, where I have been nominated to the national team to work in the Vahini Sudhamrita team. And since 2 years, I am actively participating in Vahini Sudhamrita. I take concepts in Telugu language, I take concepts in English language, and since I worked in North India, fortunately my Hindi is very good, with again blessings of Bhagwan only. I handle Hindi sections, the North Belt, so that is again blessings of Bhagwan. I am really actively involved in all these activities. And to conclude, one more thing actually, I would like to share few incidents where I interacted, like Bhagwan has physically blessed me. 2-3 incidents are there I would like to share with my fellow devotees. On a physical basis, which Swami does not encourage much, but just for my satisfaction, I would like to share. Apart from my marriage, a miracle, Swami has spoken to me 2 times during the Sevadal Padanamaskaram. I had innumerable number of Padanamaskars. I don't remember, because every time I go for April services, November services, I made sure that, and Swami has blessed us, I never miss any Padanamaskara. I complete my seva, go to either Bangalore or Kodaikanal, take Swami's Padanamaskara. And during birthday celebrations, after the seva, normally Swami used to give Padanamaskaram. So I don't remember how many times I had Swami's Padanamaskaram. Apart from that, during one of the like Padanamaskaram, my elder sister was to be married that time actually. We were looking some matches and one match was fixed, but I was not knowing, like my family was not knowing whether to proceed or not. And I got an opportunity to speak to Swami during Padanamaskaram. I asked Swami, మా చెల్లెలు మ్యారేజ్ గురించి అంటే అందంగా చేసేయండి, ఆనందంగా చేసేయండి. So he spoke in Telugu and he blessed me, putting his right hand on my head. He blessed me. So that we took it as a blessing for Bhagwan. We did our sister's marriage, both sisters' marriage. I led, apart from my other brothers also helped me. They were also part of the family. But fortunately, I was leading and I did both my sisters' marriages, and that was a very blessing for me. I always feel proud that my father's responsibility I could complete, that my sisters were married to very suitable boys, and that is again blessings of Bhagwan. And even my younger son, younger brother also, he was to be married. I suitably searched for a good match, and with Bhagwan's blessing, my younger brother also got married. It was all Swami's plan, I think, as I told in the beginning. It's all a design and structured life by Bhagwan. I have nothing to do. Everything he is leading, he is guiding, he is holding my hand, and he is doing everything. So that's what I want to share. And it was a very remarkable, wonderful life what I had as a state coordinator, what I am doing as a national team member. This Vahini Sudhamrita, then normal Vahinis, and then hospital service, and then our Vijaya Vahini. All these things are blessings on me and on my family, and as a result of the good deeds probably my parents did, and I did maybe something good in my previous births. So Swami has blessed me with so many opportunities. I work almost 12 hours per day to complete all my jobs, and this is again a great opportunity Bhagwan has given me. So I always have a deep gratitude and my sincere thanks to our beloved Bhagwan. Second time where I could very closely interact our beloved Bhagwan is from Hyderabad. A long time, about 10 years, when Swami was there physically. I think it was something like 2006 or even before, I don't remember exactly. We took about 11 buses with the Balavikas children of Himayat Nagar and Sarwan Nagar, and we took them, we escorted them, and we were given a place in Sai Kulatwar to sit separately, and Bhagwan was coming for darshan, to give darshan to the devotees. And when we were seated, actually, myself and one more gentleman, very senior Sevadal, one Mr. Sai Prasad from Sarunagar, we were actually making the children and the elders, all accompanied parents, to sit properly in their places. And after all are seated, we found that we both didn't have the seats to sit. So we went to the first line. At the last corner, we both were seated. Sevadal told, Swami is coming, you just sit down there. So we didn't have a proper place. We sat down in the first place, first row, but the last line, not last, the other end of the line. And as usual, Bhagwan came for giving darshan to the devotees. But fortunately, he came first to the first row, last corner only, where myself and Mr. Prasad, Sai Prasad were sitting. And Swami graciously came to us with a smiling face. He asked, "Ekkadi nunchi vacharu? Where from you have come?" So we told them with the combined both of them. Swami came from Sarunagar and Himayat Nagar. Oh, very good. Swami said, "Chala manchidi." So he patted my shoulder and with a smiling face, and I really felt I lost my really where I am really, what Bhagwan, when he patted me, I really felt extremely blessed, and I thought I am the most fortunate when Swami Avatar himself has patted me with such a beautiful smile. So I felt this is a very remarkable blessing for me. I always cherish these moments, and that's all. And then moving together, what happened, that I would like to say a few words about the sadhana which I am involved, say Samiti wise or the personal sadhana. In 2002, Swami has started orphan boys program in Puttaparthi. That is DJP, they call it. Deena Janodharana Pathakam in Telugu. Basically, it is adopting the orphan boys where the parents are not there. Children are taken at the very young age and educate them, give them free food, free education, free accommodation, everything to be taken care by them. And then with the inspiration what Bhagwan has done, and with the inspiration, with the blessings of Bhagwan, as well as the support of the elders, we started in 2006 the DGP program in my house with the support of Sarunagar Seva Samiti. Sarunagar Seva Samiti members, about 40 families were involved in that program, but boys were stationed, they were like accommodated in my house, and initially we started with 5 boys, very small boys actually, and they were coming naturally very from economically very backward strata, and with the support of the Samiti, with the support of several sponsors, and my family is totally, including my mother, who is currently now 87 years, but that time she was slightly better, she was in 75 that time, and my wife, myself and my children who were in Puttaparthi students, but whenever they used to come here, so the entire family is involved in bringing up the orphan boys in my family. They used to stay in my house only in Sarvanagar, and fortunately there was a separate hall for them, and the boys were grown up, educated, properly tuned them to Swami's ideals, taught the bhajans, then moral values, Chinnakathas. So that was a wonderful blessing. Swami has blessed me and my family. Almost 12 years the DGP program has been conducted, has been like we ran DGP program in my house, and Swami has blessed my house with such a wonderful activity, and more than 20 students have been educated with the support of several like-minded devotees, Saruna, Samiti, convener, all people were actually, they were all supporting with a good cause, but they were staying in my house, so naturally the responsibility and medical this thing, everything was on my shoulders, my family shoulders. And as I was not working in Hyderabad, I was working in Bombay, and then 96 I moved to abroad, but I was doing 1 month on, 1 month off duty. Every month I used to fly to Hyderabad, and so we were looking after the children, and all got educated. Today the situation is that all the boys, they have grown up, they have taken beautiful jobs, got married. Some people have gone abroad, some people got seats in Swami's institutions, and some already got job, they are married. So that is a wonderful feeling, when the boys, they don't belong to you, but belong to the organization through Swami's activity, through Swami's love, that we don't know their parents, we don't know their like grandparents, but they were part of my family for some time. So 12 years continuously, 365 days, we looked after the boys, and it was a wonderful feeling, when they get a good score, some ranks in the school and college, more than anything, even probably I would not have felt when my daughters did well, but when the DGP boys did well in their examinations, me and my wife and my mother all were really thrilled to see the boys growing up, and today that's a wonderful feeling. All the boys were properly settled, got married, they got children, and it's all Swami's blessing. This activity has been blessed to me and to my family. And the second thing is a personal sadhana I would like to share with my fellow devotees, very wonderful. I am really fond of Nagar Sankirtan actually. And in one occasion, that is 86th birthday, when the last birthday celebrations were to end on that day, the Nagar Sankirtan was held in convener's house in Sarvanagar, and some 2 gentlemen, they put a chits in front of Swami, and they said, you just pick up one paper and write down the Nagar Sankirtan, how many days you want to attend, and then put it in the box in front of Swami. I don't know what prompted me in 1986 birthday. I don't know, maybe Swami has blessed me or prompted me from inside. I have written, I will do daily Nagar Sankirtan. So that was the cheat I have written. I put it in front of Swami in that box. Later on, when they opened the box, somebody has written Thursday only, somebody written Monday, somebody written twice in a week, thrice in a week. But my cheat was daily Nagar Sankirtan I have written. I was really afraid. I committed to Swami, but I was really thrilled, or one way, the other way is afraid whether I'll be keeping my word to Bhagwan or not. But again, what Swami does it, he gives the strength, whatever we promise to him, he gives the strength, he gives the energy, he gives everything to us to keep my word to Bhagwan. That is the remarkable thing. Today, 13 years I have completed, I am doing daily Nagar Sankirtan without any break. 365 days, if I am in Hyderabad, I would never miss Nagar Sankirtan. So that has become a part of my life. 365 days going for Nagar Sankirtan is such a wonderful feeling. Getting up in the Brahmamurtam, going to Samiti, chanting Omkaram 21 times, Suprabhatam. I get several times I chant Suprabhatam in front of Swami in our mandir, and I got to give Harati in my mandir. Hundreds of times I am blessed to give Harati. And moreover, of course, as I move in the national team, I gave Harati in Dharmakshetra, I gave the Harati in Sundaram, I gave Harati many times in Shivam, and even I am blessed to give Harati after Swami's physical exit. I gave Bharati many times to Samadhi also. I was blessed to offer flowers to Samadhi. So these are all the physical level, but these feelings give a lot of happiness when we think what the life has traveled with Bhagwan. So this DJP, one activity which always we cherish. This Nagar Sankirtana, one thing we always cherish. And 2-3 incidents, outside the circle, just would like to share, and then I'll talk something about my family. And last, I would like to talk about the Chennaram project also. Actually, one miracle outside what happened. I was working in outside country, and that is also, see, like I'm coming from a Telugu medium student up to intermediate, and very common, just a normal family. Actually, my father was a Hindi Pandit, a teacher only, coming from a very simple, normal, like middle class family, you can say. But what life Swami has given to a Telugu medium boy who has studied up to intermediate. After my ONGC in '96, I left ONGC. I traveled across several countries, and I flew in all the time in flights like RTC bus when I was driving. Swami has given so much of opportunities. I traveled extensively in the international. This Singapore side, I was going to the Middle East countries. I traveled. So that is again, coming from a very simple background, but Swami has given such an opportunity to a very hectic and very vibrant life, with good money in hand and good status and traveling in flights all the time. So that also I feel that, Swami, I am a big zero, Swami, actually in front of you, in front of your avatar. You are the strength, you are my energy, you are my guide, you are everything for me, Swami. So with your blessings only, I could achieve a very beautiful life, both in materialistic as well as spiritual life. So again, such a wonderful life Swami has given to travel across many countries and many airlines and several flights. All the time I was traveling in the flights. But at the same time, I kept my roots with Sathya Sai Seva organization. I never left. I always opted 1 month duty, 1 month off. Whenever I come back to India after 1 month, totally I used to get involved in organization activities. This Nagar Sankirtan activity, DJP activity, Puttaparthi services, and local Samiti also I was very active. With the help of so many devotees, we did a lot of programs in leprosy colony. We constructed a house, a small room for their dressing. And then in Ivaripalli, a village away from about 40 kilometers from Hyderabad, we did water tanks, laid down the pipes, provided the drinking water for them, constructed kitchen for them. So many activities, even coming to the water plants in Telangana. The first water plant, with the Samiti or say Sarunagar Samiti, we could execute within a short time. And Bhagwan has given me so much of opportunity to work with so many beautiful sevadal of my Samiti, and that is again, it's a blessings of Bhagwan. So one incident I would like to say, when I was really traveling in so many times flights, every month I used to board the international flights, getting the immigration stamps like that. One time what happened, I was traveling to Muscat, but the flight was from Bombay to Delhi and then Delhi to Muscat actually. And the Bombay to Delhi was, it's a jumbo flight. It was a very big flight, 500 plus capacity. It was a double-decker flight. It was, I remember, in the month of November, December, the cold climate in Delhi. It was very difficult to land that time. So what happened? The flight took off from Bombay airport, and then after some time, maybe 15-20 minutes, half an hour, it was such a very terrific turbulence. The flight was experiencing almost the captain was announcing so many precautions. Don't go to this, don't get up, don't go to toilet, this and that. So many don't get up, even change the seats. A lot of announcements were going. People already started screaming actually, because we were not knowing what is happening actually. The flight was almost getting a big turbulences. I thought for a moment probably this is my last journey, and but I started chanting Sai Gayatri and Gayatri Mantra, which are the two powerful mantras which Bhagwan has given. I was in my mind I was chanting Sai Gayatri and Gayatri Mantra, but still the turbulence was going on for almost half an hour. People were totally scared and terrified actually, but with Bhagwan's grace, it came down normalcy. The clouds were cleared and then climate became normal, and we landed in Delhi, and captain and those people also breathed really, because they were also not sure what would have happened if the turbulence would have been a very terrific. But even then, what Swami said, if one chants Gayatri Mantra, the flight people would be saved. That I think that's a miracle happened to my life, and I really felt it was Bhagwan who stopped the flight with the turbulences, and he landed, that Bhagwan has landed the flight in a safe mode, saving all the 500 plus passengers. So that was a miracle outside Puttaparthi or outside Prashanti, where I experienced the Bhagwan's divine presence directly. And then I don't know exactly what was the reason. In 2011, when Bhagwan was to leave his physical body, still he was there actually, few days before. I was working in Ahmedabad offshore actually. I was with a Bhagwan company, Chennai-based company. It was an offshore duty I was doing as a private consultant. So my duty was 6 to 6 actually, morning 6 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Normally we used to get at 4 o'clock only because safety drills was there. You know, the offshore platforms are very, very dangerous and very risky life. I worked in Bombay offshore also for several years. I worked in Kakinada offshore, deep waters, very, very risky and dangerous life, those things. Because the heavy industry dealing with oil and gas is a very risky industry. But even then, I worked for almost 30 years, 35 years, but never had any problem. I worked in Papua New Guinea near Brisbane, Australia for 7 years. And then in Middle East, Muscat and Oman, I worked almost 8 years. But I traveled extensively. Every month I used to take flights, international flights, but never had any problem. Swami was with me, guiding me, holding my hand. So this particular incident happened in 2011. I was working in Abana offshore rig in Ahmedabad offshore. Around 4:30 in the morning, I still remember the time, it is just fresh in my mind. Bhagwan came in my dream actually. Bhagwan came in my dreams many times. I have not actually documented, but this was something I shared with my family. Bhagwan was seated in a seat. I don't know, maybe it is a Prashantalayam somewhere, but I was sure that Bhagwan was seated, and me and my wife were with the Swami's lotus feet, and my both daughters were with us. So we only 4 members were with Bhagwan at the divine lotus feet, and 3 months was just about, I think it was only 15 seconds only, I remember, and immediately I got up. I didn't know what is the reason and what blessings Swami wanted to give, but I know that one thing, I read it in Diana Baskin book, that whenever I come in the dream of a devotee, it is not this thing, it is my willing only I will come. That's what Bhagwan said. So I presume that Bhagwan wanted to give darshan to me, my wife and my 2 children, my daughters. So probably before physical exit, Swami wanted to give a dream darshan. So that was a very remarkable darshan, and we had a very beautiful darshan. So like that, we had that in 2011, that too when I was working in Ahmedabad offshore. So this was one thing I wanted to share with my fellow devotees. Then coming to few things I wanted to share about my family. My wife's family actually very ardent devotees of family. They were almost, that is my father-in-law, that is my mother's brother only, elder brother. They were going to Bhagwan almost 1953 onwards. They had innumerable experiences, plenty of interactions with Bhagwan, physical interactions, dream interactions, and physically talking. Every small thing they used to ask Swami. So my wife had an interview with Swami, and she was getting a severe headache when she was in ninth class, which she narrated me after marriage actually. Swami blessed her with a hand putting on her head. Later on, no headache has come. She is now 64, I am 68 now. No health problems have come. We are maintaining a perfect health, myself and my wife and children. We have never visited any hospital, never admitted any hospital, never took any medicines. It is a perfect, balanced life which Bhagwan has bestowed me, given me a healthy life so that I can do my seva, I can do my daily Nagar Sankirtan. That is one thing. Second thing is I would like to say a few words about my daughters. After physical, like my two daughters' birth, they were named by Bhagwan as Sai Lata, and the second one he did not name, but my father-in-law named her when the elder daughter is Sai Lata, so naturally the younger one is Shanti Lata. When we decided that Swami would not interfere, then we were waiting for my wife and wife's mother were waiting for the second child to be named, but Swami said, Swami did not say anything, but Swami blessed my second daughter with vibhuti and putting his hand on the head of my small kid, that time my Shantilata, my second daughter. So my both daughters were blessed and they were given Annaprachinam, Aksharabhyasam. And then one more thing is, both my daughters, they have studied in Swami's institutions. That is also again a blessing for my daughters, for my family. The first one is a doctor. She did her first to 12th in convent. Second one did 11th and 12th. Later on she did MBA, first batch MBA from Anantakoti College. Like that, both the daughters are Swami students, Swami children only. And then one more blessing, Swami gives blessings like anything, for his devotees. There is no end of the blessings actually. My both daughters got married, like I got married in Puttaparthi. My both daughters got married in Puttaparthi in Pedavenkamanaza Kalyana Mandapam. And my both sons-in-laws, that is my both daughters' husbands, are also Swami students. Both did M.Tech from Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, and such a wonderful gifts Bhagwan has given. Both are like diamonds, jewels in my life. They have entered, both Mr. Ganesh and Prashant. They are really blessed, the sons-in-law, and Bhagwan has given to my family, to my daughters as a husbands. What else I can expect from Bhagwan? He has given me everything. I am not asked anything, but he has given. So that is the blessings of Bhagwan. Without asking anything, Bhagwan gives. Bhagwan has given a beautiful life. Bhagwan has given a beautiful job. Joined as a class 1 officer in 1983 in central government, and then I travelled across many countries. I worked with major oil industries in the world, and then my daughters were blessed right from their childhood, and then they were named, they were given education, they were given Anaprachinam, Ashrabhyasam, then educated in his institutions, and finally he ended with a beautiful husband for my daughters. Both are M.Tech, both my sons-in-law Ganesh and Prashant. What else I can expect from Bhagwan, who is all loving, loving God only. It is proved in my life, in my family's life. So that's what I wanted to share about my like daughters and sons. Both are software engineers. Both are my daughters and sons are staying in Chennai. They are attending the local samiti in Rayapet. And moreover, one more thing is my granddaughter, Prarthana Ganesh, my elder daughter's first daughter. She got 2 opportunities already in Sai Kulonthal. She is just about 2nd class only, but she got already 2 chances to dance in Sai Kulonthal. And my 2 grandsons, Pratish and Satyajit, both also they sing bhajans. They started learning Vedam, and my granddaughter Prarthana already sings lots of bhajans. Such a small age, they are only 2nd class. So already in Swami's fold, the legacy continues. So legacy came from my grandmother, my mother and my father, then myself, my wife, then my daughters, and then my grandchildren. All this is simply a loving and most loving Swami has given everything to my, and he has fulfilled all my things, all my dreams. Nothing else to be asked, nothing else. He has given everything to me. And then one last project I would like to say. It is in the district of Nagarkarnul. Earlier it was a part of the Mabuna district. When Swami was there, some like-minded devotees, we have acquired about 37 acres of land on the Sri Salem highway, which is about 120 kilometers from Hyderabad city. and about 96 kilometers from Hyderabad International Airport. When Swami was there with a like-minded devotees, we all invested some money and we acquired about 37 acres, and that we wanted to offer to Bhagwan's lotus feet. And after acquiring 37 acres land, and things have changed, and then we were not knowing what to do, and Swami was already in the chair, and chair darshans and car darshans, we all know that how Swami's and the physical movement reduced talking to the devotees. He was coming in wheelchair and car like that, So there was not much chances to interact with Bhagwan. And we all know that after Swami's Mahasamadhi, we were actually puzzled what to do with this 37 acres of land. And then the devotee who initiated this process, one Mr. Manohar, he said, let us do the medical camp actually. So we were not having any building in the lands, and we started a small medical camp in 2013, April, the first camp, with 33 patients and with one doctor. And we were not having any building. We did it in a next our land, some mango garden was there. We started the medical camp. We call it the Chennaram project, and then slowly it grew. In 10 years time, we constructed a beautiful building of 7,000 square feet in our lands, and ground plus first floor, and also the medical camp uninterruptedly without any break. Even during parliament elections also we did it. Now the medical camp has been completed 10 years. We completed 10 years of medical camps. That is 120 camps we did continuously from April 2013 April till now, except some camps were stopped due to the COVID time. After that again we continued the camps, and we completed 129 camps today. And again one more step we have gone. We approached Sathya Sai Trust APTS for construction of the building. They have really very kindly, graciously helped us with the amounts to construct the building. And later on we went further to Sathya Sai Selfless. We wanted to offer 33 acres of land at the divine lotus feet of our most beloved Bhagwan. We approached our most respected Sri Ratnakar Garu, Managing Trustee of Sathya Sai Selfless, and he was very graciously, he agreed. They took about 1 year to study the who are the people behind these lands, what are the credentials, is the legalities, is there any litigations, is the land is proper land or not. Though they took 1 year to study all these aspects. When the Sathya Sai Selfless was satisfied with our offering to the lotus feet, they came forward, and our managing trustee Sri Ratnakar came to Achampet, and as SAI SEVA Trust was holding that 37 acres land, which fortunately I was blessed to head that trust. And so the land has been transferred with all government procedures. Sathya Sai Self Trust, represented by our respected Sri Ratnakar Garu. SAI SEVA Trust has been represented by myself and my team. We passed a resolution to give 33 acres of land to the Divine Lotus Feet. So thus 2 years ago, the land has been, 33 acres has been transferred to Sathya Sai Self Trust, and we have some hopes, and even the managing trustee also has got a lot of hopes that to develop the belt, that 33 acres land which is adjacent to the national highway leading to the Sri Salem temple, wanted to develop some institutions, hospital. So that is yet to come, and we don't know what Bhagwan's plans are there. But we offered, as a humble devotees of like-minded people, we offered 33 acres of land at the Divine Lotus Feet, properly documented, properly through the government channels. It has been, and then the passbook also has been issued to Sathya Sai Self Trust, and managing trustee Sri Ratnakar Garu extremely happy, and is having a lot of hopes that definitely a big project will come. And time to tell what Bhagwan's plans are there. We are all waiting for Bhagwan's immense grace on this project. And like that, I'm involved in the medical camp. Every month I go to the medical camp whenever I am here, or whenever I go to Puttaparthi, not possible when I go for Seva. Otherwise, when I am in Hyderabad, the first Sunday of every month is allotted to Chennaram. And we go to, now the number of the patients also has gone up to 600 to 700. We have an integrated medical camp, that is, we have diagnostics, we have doctor consultations, we have eye checkup, cataract operations, then we give the spectacles, and then we give the free medicines for BP and sugar people for 1 month. For other people we give about 10 days, and then we also distribute free prasadam, full meals to all the people who come. Every month almost 600 to 700 Narayana Seva is done, and fully medical camp, fully integrated medical camp has been going on without any problem. It's only grace of Bhagwan. And the villagers who are coming from far away places, we cover about 120 to 180 villages around, and that's a remarkable medical camp which is going on in Telangana, and probably in the entire India such a holistic medical camp has been going on continuously without any break. The first Sunday, even when the Seva will go or not, but there will be 200 people waiting for us. And as the time goes, the crowd bulges. By the time we close at 3:30, we get around 600 to 700 OP, and we fulfill their medical aspect, consultation, diagnostics, and full prasadam. So this noble activity has been going on since 2013 April without any interruption. That gives an immense pleasure, the seva opportunity which Bhagwan has given to us, and we pray our beloved Bhagwan to bless me and my family and my team of Channaram with the same seva opportunity till our last breath. And I would like to continue my Nagar Sankirtana, and I would like to continue the Channaram project. I would like to continue the seva activities in Vahini Sudhampata, Vahinis, Vijayavahini, hospital services, and all other services in the national field wherever I am nominated. I would like to do my seva as a humble sevadar, and it is the only blessings of Bhagwan which is my strength, and Bhagwan has given me everything to do ample seva to the people, and I can't repay to Bhagwan to anything except doing service at his lotus feet, and I share all my thoughts with my fellow devotees. I hope you enjoy, you take it as an inspiration from me. It's a journey of 50 years, half century. It is a spanning about so many activities, so many incidents, so many miracles, so many interactions with Bhagwan, so many family affairs, and everything guided, structured, and like supervised by our most beloved Bhagwan. I claim to be always a sevadal only. I am a big zero. My most beloved Bhagwan is the hero. As long as my hero is besides me, I will also become hero. I am really proud to be a Sai messenger. I proud to say so that I am a beloved sevadal of our most beloved Bhagwan. Sometimes it so happens, we forget some other things actually. But as I told in my talks, Swami has given so much the blessings and love to us. I'd like to share that, after our marriage in 1985, continuously 35 years we did Sathya Sai Vratam in our house actually. And that's a great blessing. And after our children got married, there was some discontinuity. Now my children are doing actually. So 35 years, every year Sathya Sai Vratam we perform, myself and my wife, the family members and relatives. That's one remarkable, that gives a very immense happiness that what we did in previous and Swami how has given the opportunity to do Sathya Sai Vratam. And many times we went for Swami's blessings during his physical presence and even after Samadhi also. On the occasion of 25th marriage anniversary, we traveled to Puttaparthi to seek blessings of Bhagwan. And Bhagwan has actually blessed one family who are sitting beside my wife with a akshata, that is sacred rice. And when informed that today is our 25th marriage anniversary, that lady shared the so precious that akshata, and we could get indirectly the blessings of Bhagwan. So these things, maybe a little physical things, but sometimes they give a lot of happiness to us. So this I would like to share. And one important thing I would like to share with all of us, Sevadal and fellow devotees. One Mr. Hussain Deshaboina is from Khammam. He's an ardent devotee of Bhagwan, and he's a professional videographer, photographer, and he has got 2 times national award also. And during this 100th birthday celebrations, Brother Hussain has decided to offer a seva sadhana at the divine lotus feet of our most beloved Bhagwan to record the feelings and experiences of the devotees who had the physical as well as other experiences with Bhagwan, and even as a seva sadhana with the Samadhi, even after Samadhi also people have got a lot of experiences. So Brother Hussain has decided to take this as an opportunity to offer to Lord Bhagwan sadhana on the 100th birthday celebration, to record the experiences of the people. And this is one such which he has approached me, and I am really blessed, I am fortunate to have been recorded by Brother Hussain. And the channel which he has been promoting very recently has launched it, that is Sri Sathya Sai official Khammam district YouTube channel. I request all of them to subscribe, then like it, and then share it. Okay, so that we can promote the devotees experiences across the globe, not only in India, not only in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, across India and across globe. And let us welcome and let us encourage our brother Hussain for his noble seva, recording the experiences of the devotees who had been physically had lot of experiences, lot of interactions with Bhagwan. So I wish and congratulate Brother Hussain for taking up this noble seva sadhana. I wish him all the best, and I pray Bhagwan to bless him opportunity this to interview many of the senior devotees during this 100th birthday celebrations. In my life, there are two remarkable things which Bhagwan teachings have influenced me. Swami always said, take care of your parents. So this command of our most beloved Bhagwan has put a tremendous effect on me and my family. For the past 39 years, me and my wife are taking care of my mother, who is now 88 years old. Since the marriage, after my marriage, my wife also has been highly cooperating to take care of my mother. And I feel, and I am really proud to say that my parents, I have done my part. And my father, after retirement, he passed away in my hands. Of course, my brothers and sisters were also there. He was chanting Gayatri Mantra while passing the physical body. And later on, mother, who is 88 years old, and myself, I am really blessed by Bhagwan to take care of my mother for the past 39 years. And she would like to stay with me, although my two brothers and sisters are also very much cooperative, loving. They always look after my mother. But physically, all the time, my mother stays with me, and my wife also serves my mother. This has got a great blessings, and this has got a great influence in my life. I also teach all the people to follow what Bhagwan said about the parents, and I always feel very much elevated spiritually while I am taking care of my mother. And second aspect which I want to tell, for the past 13 years which I am spending in the Premamurti, the Nagar Sankirtana part, which is a very fond activity for me. As I said before, that I never miss Nagar Sankirtana in my Samiti whenever I am in Hyderabad. Along with the Nagar Sankirtan, I had a great chance to chant Suprabhatam, and also we do daily the Dhyanam and the Rudram chanting also, Namakam and third Anvakom of Chamakam. And we all know that in the last part of Bhagwan's life, Swami said, Rudram Chadvite Bhadrangga Untaru. So that has influenced me a lot, and I started chanting Rudram daily. And now with Bhagwan's immense blessings, I am able to chant without book the Rudram Namakam and third Anvakam Chamakam. And this learning has given me a new direction. And again, Swami has blessed me to chant Rudram in Sai Kulwant Hall during the All India District President's Conference, and also during RR District Pratyatra. And recently, when we had Vagni Sudhamrita National Meet of the Certificate Award function in Puttaparthi, that is Sai Kulwant Hall, I was blessed immensely by our beloved Bhagwan to lead a group of 20 people, the Vedam chanting. And I felt blessed immensely what Bhagwan has given me to chant Rudram, sitting in the front line in front of Samadhi. I was just feeling a presence of Bhagwan, and what a great influence the Rudram has made. And this two things I wanted to share with my fellow devotees. And always I am grateful and having a deep gratitude to Bhagwan. Jai Sai Ram.